What is going on, everyone? This wide receiving group has been the biggest surprise so far in these first 2 weeks. Look, coming into this season, a lot of people, including myself, thought that this wide receiving group was going to be one of the weaknesses of this Houston Texans offense. You have a lot of young guys plus two veterans, Robert Woods and Noah Brown, plus a rookie quarterback in CJ Stroud. What type of production are you going to get from your passing attack? But 2 weeks in, CJ Stroud, fourth in the NFL in passing. Nico Collins, fifth in the NFL in receiving yards. And the wide receivers with the most catches on third and fourth down are Nico Collins and Robert Woods. They are tied for first. Not only that, so far in these 2 weeks, you have found out who is going to be your wide receiver 1, your wide receiver 2, and your wide receiver 3, man. They have been a big surprise so far. Shout out to Nico Collins, Robert Woods, and Tank Dell, man. We are going to talk about this wide receiver trio. Welcome to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content, so make sure you guys are following me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. And if you are new here to the channel, welcome. Trying to hit 8,000 subscribers by week 4 or 5. Please help me get there, and thank y'all so much for watching today's video. Now, let's start with your wide receiver 1, and that is Nico Collins, man. He's answered the bell. He has proven in these first 2 weeks he can be the #1 option for the Houston Texans. Now, let's look at Nico Collins' stats through 2 weeks. He is 5th in receiving yards with 226, 8th in receptions with 13, 10th in yards per catch, 17.4, 8th in yards after the catch with 76, 11th in yards per route, 2.86, 2nd in missed tackles forced with 4, 0 drops. Massive target for CJ Stroud, who's becoming a more dynamic weapon. The breakout is here. Look, the breakout was the biggest question surrounding Nico Collins. A lot of Texans fans thought it was going to happen last year with Davis Mills. We didn't see it. This offseason, the Houston Texans, they traded away Brandon Cooks. It is clear that they thought Nico Collins could step up to the occasion and maybe be a wide receiver 2. You pray to God a wide receiver 1. And so far in the first 2 weeks, he has showed that. 80 yards against the Ravens, 146 yards and a touchdown against the Colts. And I mentioned the stat earlier. He is tied with Robert Woods for the most catches on third and fourth down. Not only are you producing high numbers, but you are a clutch player, someone who CJ Stroud depends on. Man, shout out to Nico Collins. He is on pace for almost 1,400 yards, 5.5 touchdowns. If healthy, this is your wide receiver 1, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I was crying and complaining about Mike Evans, or Mike Evans is right there. Nico Collins has stepped up. He's not shying away from the lights. I cannot wait for the rest of this season from Nico Collins. And once this O-line gets healthy, how much more dangerous is this passing attack going to be? But so far, Nico Collins has shown he can be reliable and he can be a big-time weapon. Your wide receiver 2 so far has been veteran Robert Woods. Now with Robert Woods, you give him a contract in free agency. He spent last year with the Tennessee Titans. The year before that, tore his ACL. I think about 500 receiving yards on the season. No one knew what you were going to get from Robert Woods. I said it many times. I could easily see him being the number 3, 2, or 1 wide receiver on this team if healthy. Now, what you gotten so far in the past 2 games against the Ravens, 10 targets, 6 catches, 57 yards. This past week against the Indianapolis Colts, 9 targets, 6 catches, 74 yards. Almost had a touchdown if he didn't step out. But it is clear that the Texans view Robert Woods as a huge part of this offense. That's why he is getting so much love target-wise. And if you see the stats here, 57 yards, 74 yards. Not really lighting it up numbers-wise, but the second leading receiver so far in the past 2 weeks. That's why he is your number 2. But what you love from Robert Woods, multiple third down conversions against the Baltimore Ravens, multiple third down conversions against the Indianapolis Colts, +1 on fourth down when the Houston Texans were trying to come back. Robert Woods has become a clutch and vital piece for rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud. That's why I mentioned the stat earlier that Robert Woods and Nico Collins are tied for first in catches on third and fourth down in the NFL. That is a big time stat. It shows that he has built a connection with your franchise rookie quarterback, but also he could talk the talk and walk the walk. Man, I am excited for the rest of these 15 games from Robert Woods. I could easily see him ending the season with 500 plus yards if healthy. A huge piece for this offense so far, man. Robert Woods, for the meantime, is your number 2 wide receiver. Now, your wide receiver 3, rookie Tank Dell. Didn't get a lot of love in week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. Was splitting reps with Noah Brown. Only 4 targets, 3 catches for 34 yards. Man, after the Ravens game, so much Houston Texans fans, including myself, were screaming, give Tank Dell the ball, give him more targets, give him more opportunities. There is a reason why you traded up to draft this guy, because he is electric with the ball in his hands. Now, a couple of days ago, we learned that Noah Brown going on IR. And the first thing that came to your mind was, oh, Tank Dell was going to get more opportunities. What is he going to do in his first time playing in H-Town? NFL-wise, right? We all know he played for the University of Houston Cougars. Led the team in targets with 10, 7 catches, 72 yards, 10.3 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. His longest was a 23-yard touchdown where he caught like a 10-yard pass, broke a tackle, took it to the crib. Those are the type of plays you get when you give the ball to number 3. Tank Dell, keep on giving him 10-plus targets a game. The way the Baltimore Ravens use Zay Flowers and how they used them against us in week 1, that is the same way I want to see the Houston Texans use Tank Dell. He is a weapon. Move him on over the line. Get him in mismatches. Make the defense pay. I was very encouraged by what I saw in week 2 from Tank Dell. In just one game, man, when he is given the opportunity, he has rose up to the occasion. I said it all throughout training camp. Him and C.J. Stroud were balling, and I'm glad that the Houston Texans city could see it. Nonetheless, this is your wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, Nico Collins, Robert Woods, and rookie Tank Dell. You guys let me know what you think so far from this wide receiver group. Are you encouraged? Are you not? Go Houston Texans. Y'all have a very blessed day.